Hello and welcome back to 90 Seconds Healthcare. With you is Samer Ellahham, cardiologist and Director of Quality and Improvement. I hope you are doing well. A common question that I get to be asked is, can you tell us about a roadmap, some way of summarizing what are the steps of continuous improvement in healthcare? And I usually say that number one, we need to have the culture of improvement. We want to be a learning organization, and we'll have other videos to discuss. Second thing is keep in the head of all the caregivers, clinical or non-clinical, that we want to do our work, improve the way we do our work, and even improve the improvement of what we do in our work. The second thing is just going to show you what I find to be quite helpful, and I have the reference from my colleague here. I think it's a very good summary of what are the steps to undertake. First, there is the Nolan's model of having a specific goal or a specific aim. We need to measure where we are and what we did, and then we need to bring the improvement ideas in order to improve. And that's kind of a high level discussion. But if you look at the flow here, I think it's quite beneficial. It all starts, as you know, with identifying a target of an opportunity. So you identify a pain area, you identify an area of improvement, you identify an opportunity for improvement, and you feel that through some form of priority list, because we don't want to boil the ocean, do we? You identify that this is something worth addressing, and it aligns with the major mission, vision, values of the institution, what we call the OKRs, whether it's strategic or even the KPIs that are tactical. Whatever is the way of identifying priorities, then that will be the first step. The second thing is something I don't see routinely, and I want to emphasize this. The study of optimal practice. So whether this is a literature search, that's one way to do it, or whether it is a benchmarking, wherever we are doing, we need to look at the prior experience. I say do not reinvent the wheel. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to learn what other institutions in our area and abroad, locally, regionally, and very importantly, globally, have done and learn from them. The next step is to study the current practice. The study of the current practice, and this might seem like, oh, it's obvious. It is actually not obvious. Many times I see people looking at contributing factors. We need to do a root cause analysis. We need to do an appropriate process mapping. While process mapping might be simple, or the RCA might be simple, many times it's either too detailed or too superficial. Then have an improvement strategy, which is typically something that many of you hopefully know, and then implementation. And when we do that, we're using typically the PDSA, or sometimes the Six Sigma or the Lean methodology. Planning, as you know, in the plan is stating the objectives, making predictions, having plan to carry out the whole cycle. The second thing is actually to do things, the do. Carry out the test, document the problems and the unexpected observation. When you implement, you may find some things that are expected and some things that are unexpected. The next step is the study. Summarize what was learned and figure out what the next step should be. And then act, determine what changes are to be made. Sometimes you feel that this is not working. Sometimes you feel it needs to be modified. Sometimes you feel it was a very successful pilot and you want to share this pilot with your other colleagues and implement it in other areas of your organization. Another area that I don't see routinely being used is assessing the cost effectiveness, the return on investment. It is extremely important to realize that we in quality and improvement clinicians are very close to our financial colleagues. We need to work together for the concept of sustainability. Sustainability is key in any organization, anywhere in the world, especially in healthcare. And then, very importantly, the dissemination. So I do hope that this roadmap, if you like, and you have the reference if you want to look it up, is something that I find to be useful. There are other roadmaps, but I find the current one to be clinically relevant, administratively relevant, and for all of us, it's something to consider. With you was Dr. Samer Ellahham from 90 Seconds Healthcare. If you like what we are presenting, please join us, hit the like button, and contact us via either 90 Seconds Healthcare at Gmail or samerellaham@gmail.com. Have an amazing day. Stay safe. Do your work, improve it, and improve the way you improve your work. Thank you so much.